Hey, this is Meredith's husband. I've got some SEO advice for you, but I'm going to keep it really simple so that you can understand it, so it makes sense, and most importantly, so you can actually use it. It is a holiday weekend. It is a long holiday weekend.
Yes.
Coming back from holiday weekend here in the USA, anyway. Last week we talked about AI.
Yes.
And I mentioned that this week I was going to dive into the details of that, the technical details.
Yes.
Last week was a little more conceptual.
Yes.
I was going to offer a little more technical advice this week. But being the holiday week
Yes.
And my birthday.
Yay, happy birthday to you.
We're going to change plans a little bit.
Excellent.
So going to do
Disco
that next
lessons.
week. Going to do that next week.
Okay.
And this week I'm just going to answer a few questions that have come in.
How about that?
So recently I've gotten
Yes.
questions about website platforms,
Yes.
questions specifically about Pixieset,
Yes.
Webflow, and PhotoBiz, which I had never even heard about before I didn't know about it. Somebody asked me about it. A couple people asked me about it, actually. That's one of the question areas. Another is a drop in traffic. Plenty of people have been asking, I'm seeing a drop in traffic, and they give a few details and say, what should I look at? I'm going to cover that a little bit because it depends on what kind of drop in traffic you're talking about.
Great.
And then I get a question about making changes to a website, whether it's good to do it in batches or, batch it together or do it little by little, et cetera.
That's a great question.
It is, yeah, because everybody has to deal with that at some point.
Yes.
First, however, though, just in time for the holidays, Google came out with some announcements in the last week or so.
Oh, really?
They have new AI agentic shopping features.
Who?
So agentic,
What's that?
It's like kind of personalized shopping experiences. It's going to help you shop. It's going to look for prices. It's going to one of the things what it suggests is if like this and the sort of case study that it said you could use this for is it's holidays. You got to do Christmas shopping. You want to know if stores have things in stock.
Yeah.
Google AI mode will call the stores and find where it's in stock for you and tell you. So you don't have to, I guess, make the calls or make the trip yourself, which at first kind of blew me away. It's like, oh, that's awesome. And then I was like, no, I'm really not going to use that.
Oh, because you're just going to order online?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I imagine for some people that might be super useful. Another feature which they announced, this is not so new, but it's like price tracking. But all of this stuff, you can just go to the Google AI mode and find it there. There's some shopping links to help you do all this stuff. There's price tracking, so you can know where is the cheapest online, when is it, how did the price changes, et cetera. I think they announced that one a while ago. That's not all that new. But the one that I actually am planning to use myself, and I don't know why I didn't think of this, is in buying gifts. You can describe your family, what they do, where they live, what they like to do, what their profession is, and it will come back and give you gift ideas. I'm going to try that for my family.
That's great.
In fact, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to try it with Google AI mode, and I'll also do it with ChatGPT, and I'll compare the results.
That's a good, interesting
That's
thing.
just what I do. That's how geeky I am.
I do that too.
Anyway, just in time for the holidays, I thought I would share that news.
That's a lovely thing.
If anybody finds it interesting. So to the questions.
Yes.
First, the question about making changes in batches versus
we're going to the
little
second
bits.
one?
Yeah, I'm just going to.
That's in no order. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to, because that one's a quick, easy answer.
Perfect.
So I'm going to take
Address
them
it first.
in terms of like, how easy. That's what I'm going to do first. Then I'm going to talk about the drop in traffic. Then I'm going to talk about the platforms.
Exciting.
Okay, so the making changes, and the person who asked this was curious, would making little bits of changes instead of batching them all together, would that be harmful to SEO? And no, the exact opposite. It would be good for SEO to make little changes all at once.
All at once?
No, little changes over time. To make do not make all your little changes all at once. You do not need to do that because Google likes to see, just like you've heard the argument that you need to blog for SEO, Google does like to see an active website.
Right.
Okay. So I have had situations in the past. In fact, one comes to mind, a client we were redoing their SEO, and that's typically how we would do it, is we would work on the title tags, then we'd do and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they said, no, just do everything offline.
Ooh.
And then when it's completely ready, take it up, then replace the live site. And I didn't recommend that. And I said, there's absolutely no reason to do that. And when they were insistent, I was younger and I didn't know how to handle a situation like that. So I just said, okay. And we did it. And the rankings actually went down, which was the only time that has ever happened. So yeah, make changes as you can. You do not need to make them all at once.
That's good
In
to
fact,
know.
especially, and for your workflow, that makes it easier too. The only time that I would say it's good to make a batch of changes is if it helps your workflow somehow. And I can't even really think of, when you would want to do that. But like, let's say if you were going to change all your title tags on all your pages, you might do that all at once.
Sure.
Okay. But that's no big drastic changes. Okay. So that was number one.
That's good to
Number
know.
two, I've had some people ask about drops in traffic.
Yes.
So people have seen declining traffic this year, which is normal. Traffic coming through Google has probably declined over the last, I would say, just the course of this year.
Why is that?
AI.
Mm-hmm.
More people are searching in AI. They're getting more information from AI before they ever visit a website. So there is also a phenomenon called zero-click search, where you search for stuff and you get it all right there. You either get it on Google AI mode or you get it in ChatGPT. You get everything you need. You never visit a website. Okay. Now, that's not probably going to be a big issue for photographers.
Right.
That would be more of like an informational-based website or something like that.
Well, if you're asking a question and then they give you all the necessary answers without having to dive further.
But what might be happening with local businesses, including photographers, is instead of going out and visiting 10 local photographer websites, you go to AI mode or you go to ChatGPT and you ask it to list the top 10 and, sort of which one is going to match your style the most. And then instead of visiting 10 websites, you only visit 2 or maybe 3. Just as an example, I'm throwing these numbers out there. But you can see how, on average, traffic to websites is going to decline.
Right.
However, I would say, look at your conversion rates. That's going to be the percentage of people how many people are actually contacting you. That is hopefully at least the same or has gone up.
Okay.
Because fewer people visiting you, but by the time they visit your site, they have already asked AI mode or ChatGPT, what is Meredith Zinner's style? What are her prices? Where is she located? Et cetera, things like that. So they're more informed by the time they get to your website. So they're further along in the purchasing decision, the buyer's journey.
The buyer's journey.
Okay, so that's if you've seen a steady decline over the last 3, 6, 9 months, roughly. If you see a sharp decline, like over the course of like a weekend where your traffic drops like 30% or something like that, that's not the AI. That's something different. If you see something like that, you need to look, what changes did you make to the website? I would say 2 to probably 4 weeks before that change. That's what you're going to start to think about because something changed. And this would be what we call forensic SEO.
Ooh.
Yeah, exciting.
Yes. CSI.
I think that's the new NYPD Blue franchise. It's going to be Forensic SEO. Oh my God, that's going to be such a great show. 1 hour of a dude staring at a laptop. He gets excited though. Anyway, so that is so those are the 2 most common types of declines in traffic. So look for one of those.
Thank you.
Okay, now website platforms number 3. So people have asked me in the last couple weeks about Pixieset. How is it for SEO? Same thing about PhotoBiz. How is it for SEO? And then Webflow. I get this question more from people in the business world, not so much photography, because those others, obviously, they focus on photographers. Webflow is a very similar platform, but not focused on photographers. It's just business. So first, let's talk about Pixieset.
Yes.
So Pixieset, you can host your website. Pixieset, I think, traditionally was known for galleries, hosting galleries.
Yeah, you used to upload galleries that you could share with clients.
Right. And so you can do your entire website on Pixieset. Yeah. I had never looked at the SEO behind a Pixieset website. I did recently. I ran a SEMrush scan looking to see what kind of errors it would come up with. And I got to say, it was pretty good.
Oh,
it was
good
pretty
to
solid.
know.
Yeah, because one of the people who asked me this was like, I know it's not great for SEO, but it's so easy to use, and I've been using it, that it's just so easy for me. So how bad is it for SEO? And the answer was like, it's actually not bad at all. It's like,
that's good to know.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. It had a very good SEMrush score. So yeah, I don't have firsthand experience with it. I don't have firsthand experience with any of these.
Yeah. I used to have Pixieset.
Managing. Yeah, but didn't you just used it for galleries though, right? Yeah. Okay.
Back in the day.
So the other one I've been asked about a couple times recently is PhotoBiz. I had never even heard of PhotoBiz, not on my radar.
Yeah.
But evidently there are photographers using it. So I looked into PhotoBiz. I did something similar. I found somebody whose website was on PhotoBiz. I did a SEMrush audit. I also went to because I didn't know anything about it, I went to the PhotoBiz website and looked through what they offer. Okay. So the SEMrush scan, not so great. It was, I would say, similar to what I would expect from a Squarespace website.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Similar issues. And going to their website, I was very much not impressed.
Got it.
Okay, and I'll tell you why. And this is it really matches up with things I've seen in the past that I know after the fact were not a good solution. So they offer SEO advice, all this SEO stuff, very similar to like Squarespace. You can call one of their experts, and it's like 100.
Is it a real person?
Oh, probably, yeah. But you call and it's like $150 an hour to talk with their expert. And then they have a monthly subscription service, which I looked through to see what was being offered. And it was near valueless, I would say. Wow. And I don't know how much per month that was, but it's probably another 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 a month, depending. Yeah, everything I saw on the PhotoBiz website talking about SEO, to me, again, based on my experience, was like red flag. That is not a good service. And I did just go to the homepage and I went to look at for one of the first thing I could find what they said about SEO, and they have 10 quick ways to improve your SEO. It's a blog. And I'm pretty certain that whoever wrote this article doesn't know much about SEO. And there's even, this doesn't have to do with SEO, but it's like the headline, they have typos in the headlines.
Oof.
This one headline says, or subheadline says, includes words in your blog posts, not just photos. Includes words.
This includes words?
No. It's instructional. Like what it's saying here is make sure to include words in your blog posts and not just photos. Okay. And it says includes words in your blog posts, not just photos.
It's very...
Which is okay, yeah, that's true. Is that one of the top 10 things? No, that is like one of the best things you can do for SEO is to have a website. And again, this is very similar to what I have seen on Squarespace. So I would put PhotoBiz in a very similar bucket with Squarespace in terms of what's being offered for SEO.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're already there, I would say, it's okay.
Right.
Like,
would you advise switching it to, say, Pixieset?
I would say if you're on PhotoBiz or Squarespace, that whenever, you're going to relaunch your website at some point, you're going to redesign it.
Yeah. Whenever
that is, I would say that's when you want to think about migrating to something else.
Got it.
Do
you have like a list of top websites to platforms, rather? Do you have a list of platforms that you would recommend when people relaunch their website? They do it on certain ones?
Some are better than others. Like Webflow is one that I think is pretty good. WordPress is probably the best in terms of SEO. Right. I understand it's a little more involved, a little more technical. Wix, I think, is a good one. However, the downside to Wix, which I have learned since moving my own site to Wix, great for SEO, super duper awesome tools for SEO, really, really not intuitive to use.
Interesting. How so?
Like just everything, like literally everything. Like even the most basic stuff that like I have to do often, like say adjust title tags. Every time I have to do that, it takes me 15 minutes to find where it is. It's really not. So I'm going to be moving off for that reason alone.
Fair enough.
It's good for SEO, but I can't use it. It's very frustrating.
That's good to know.
WordPress, great one. Like I said, technical. Webflow is another good one.
Yeah.
Webflow is something I get asked about more, like I said, in the business world. And I have never used it. I have never created a site, but I have spoken with people who use it. Yeah. Like companies who use it, and I very much respect their decision. Like I know that they know what they're doing, and if they're using it, I would trust them.
Right.
I know that they make good decisions. I also have seen their websites that are on Webflow, and they are very snappy. They are very fast. Yeah, they are just a really good user experience.
Now, how would that compare with Pixieset?
Oh, I would say much better.
Oh,
so the features I am familiar with the features that they offer on Webflow. They are good. They are solid. I also know that they have have you heard of Figma?
No.
Figma is a web design tool.
Figma, like a fig and ma?
Figma. Yeah. Figma is a website design platform. It's used by it's legit. It's pretty strong. I know kind of fancy designers who use it. Like it's a good tool. So if there is a tool on Webflow that migrates your Figma design to Webflow, that is also a pretty solid sign.
Got it.
But bottom of the line is I know that the features that they say they offer on the website are good, and they don't have all this BS stuff that is common to like other Squarespace and PhotoBiz, and they are legit. I can tell by the way it's written. I'm like, oh, whoever wrote that, they know what they're doing.
And how do they compare to WordPress?
Probably pretty similar. Now, Webflow is, like I said, it's more of a business world solution.
Right.
And to get those like fully custom features, I know my companies I've spoken with who are using Webflow, I know that they end up spending like $300-400 a month. Oh. I also know that you can start at like $15 a month. So it's 15 or 20. It's like, I think it's less than Squarespace. So you don't need to start.
Squarespace or?
Yeah, Squarespace. I don't know what PhotoBiz is, but I know Squarespace is like 20 a month, 22.
But what about WordPress?
WordPress, there is no cost for WordPress. WordPress is free.
Oh.
It's wherever you are getting your hosting. Yeah. Which is going to be, if you're on, I've said it other places, if you are running WordPress, I recommend SiteGround as a website host, bar none. It's the best.
Okay.
And SiteGround will offer a free migration from wherever you are to SiteGround, which is difficult. And they do it manually. Their team does it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's free. It used to cost money. I don't know how they do it, but I don't know how they do it and still make money as a company.
Right.
But their support is fantastic for a number of reasons. SiteGround is like the best solution.
SITE ground?
Yes.
Got it.
Anyway, back to my story. What was I talking about?
I have no idea. Yeah. You're talking about web, whatever it was, the third one.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So Webflow probably can be, I'm sure, just as good or perhaps even better than WordPress. Those sorts of features might be in the pricier plans. I'm not sure. But I do know just right out of the box, like what they say about SEO. I'm like, that's good stuff.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So I hope that's helpful stuff. If you have questions, follow the link below. I have a form for like feedback and submitted questions. And if you want me to talk with your group online about SEO stuff, anything you want to ask me about, you can do down there, including submitting questions.
Excellent. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope that you find this helpful and useful. And if you do, what you could do for us as a thanks would be to, drumroll please, yes, leave a review. Yes, everybody says it, I know, but it really does make a difference. Take 3 seconds, leave as many stars, say something really nice about what you like about the podcast and maybe why other people would like it. It would mean the world to us, especially my husband. That better? All right, I'm going to try one where I'm not going to be charming.